All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, October 4th, set today by Kite. Can't remember anything about Kite, good or bad. Anyway, let's see what Kite has for us today. Promotes good, new, cut mushrooms. Not sure if the definition is going to be promotes or maybe a type of mushrooms. I feel like it's going to be a plural word either way, so may end in S. I have a feeling it's going to mean promotes, and then maybe it begins with G for good, and then N for new. That might cut in the middle of mushrooms, fungi, or, what's that word? We've had CEP, CEP can be a mushroom. No, I can't. Kind of course is it promotes as in pushes, publicizes, or a promotion at work. I don't know. All right, Schumann originally, well, that sounds like an S, composed like a romantic artist. Could it be S and then an anagram or a composition of the word like to give us a romantic artist? But I can't think of. Oh, there was an artist, I think, Sicker. No, but Sikel, Skeil, Silke. No, I don't know any artist. I think it's going to be. Well, the romantic, now that I think about it, I don't think you would describe someone as a romantic artist. So I think that might be part of the wordplay. Oh, no. So I just remembered, of course, the everyman type of clue originally. And the first letters of the next five words give us Clara. So it's Clara Schumann. All right. Ooh, so maybe our SEP comes in. Ooh, or something else now. All right. How about football's Tarzans? That seems very odd to include outstanding players like this. It's a hidden clue. And within football's Tarzans, we have an all-star. Okay. God introducing short break for heathen. Well, I wonder if a heathen could be a pagan. Oh, we do have the god Pan around the outside. And then inside either AG or GA, I think a break might be a gap. And a short break then would be just the GA. All right, so. Oh, to promote something might be to champion. But yeah, I was really expecting there to be a G for good, and well, there is an N. Let me put in champion. Oops, let's try that again. Champions. Good, new, cut mushroom. Mushrooms, of course, could be a verb, something that grows quickly. No, I don't get that. I'll leave it in for now, but we'll have to look at 15 squared to see why it's right. Well, let's do another sanity check here with diary regularly, written to illuminate. It's as clear as this, so they say. Well, diary regularly, I think every other letter would give us DAY. And to illuminate would be to light. Clear as daylight. Do I know that phrase? I think I usually hear people say clear as mud. but I suppose clear as daylight would work. All right. Picnics, maybe. Forbidden in empty gardens. Ooh, I'm wondering if picnics could be like outdoor. Forbidden in empty gardens. It sounds like we're going to put a word for forbidden. Yeah, I would have thought inside of empty gardens would be G and S. No, I don't see that. All right, crustacean. Oh no, hold on, I skipped over 6 across. Actor lady, occasionally aloof. Well, I think occasionally might be the same as regularly, and so is that going to apply to lady or aloof? Can lady be simply L and then we have, it would have to be AOF to get 3 more letters, and I don't see that. All right, let's go back to the crustacean. Is given old shell. Yeah, I don't, other than O for old, don't see that. Maria's half cousin at last receives note identifying bird. Ah, so I think Maria's half, I think it's just simply half of MARIAS, which would be MAR. And then cousin at last, and I take that personally, is just the last letter, the N. And that has to receive a note. And here's, I think, the tricky part is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. I think it can be TI or TE. I have a funny feeling that the bird is spelt with an E. And if this was a prize crossword or something in a crossword championship, this would kick a lot of people out, I'm sure, because it's almost a 50-50. I'm trying to remember. The pine marten, I know, is one of the varieties. All right, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to pause and look up Wikipedia to see which one is right. All right, well, I'm sort of right there in that the pine marten is spelt with an E, but that is not a bird. That is a mammal. The bird is with an I. Oh dear. Schoolboy error there, I'm afraid. All right. How about one avoiding a slide, none risk slipping. So I think it's an anagram of none risk, although those are strange letters to anagram, and it's going to be one avoiding a slide. Let's try the anagram helper. Non, well, it begins none, so I don't think it's going to be non. Enion, ink roans. Ensk, sounds very Swedish. Ensork, yeah, or Finnish maybe. Reno snick. Some actually more plausible noises than I would have expected. Oinkners, little pigs, maybe. Sinkers. No, I think I need. Yeah, I'm not even sure if that is right, so we'll wait and get another letter, I think. Great price, essentially, for duck. Well, I'm wondering if price essentially might be the inner letters since we have that R, and could it be a duck that ends in RIC? I'm not thinking of one. And then we'd need a three-letter word for great. Could it be the exclamation great? No. Point at which layabout without name becomes rogue. I like that clue for some reason. It just reads nicely. But what it means, I have no idea. All right, let's go back to the downs. Yeah, that could still be outdoor, but anyway, insects, it could be who studies them. Oh, I think it's going to be an anagram of insects, it. And I don't think it's entomologist, I think is the insect one. But it could have just simply be a scientist or scientists. Scientist. Yeah, that looks right. Two eyes, yep. All right. Ooh, now our crustacean. Oh, I wonder if we're going to start with IS, but what crustacean begins with IS? No, don't know that. Noticed, but left bent cans. No. Lack of control. Run, excuse me, run into toilet and appear briefly cool. Wow. Lack of control, run into toilet. I have no idea where the definition is. I think maybe lack of control, and maybe run can be R from cricket, and we put that into a word for toilet. We had loo recently, so LORO maybe. And then appear briefly. Oh, maybe a word for appear briefly, and then a word for cool. Or maybe cool. How about below zero? Yeah, I don't see how that would work. All right, a goddess above people with time for laughter. I think it's going to mean laughter, and we're going to put the name of a goddess. I want possibly an extra A at the beginning, A plus a goddess. And then something for people with T for time. And I'm thinking people might be men, even though we wouldn't say that nowadays, but I think from a crossword setter's point of view, that's a very useful formulation, because that would give us a something like merriment, but I don't know of a goddess called Mary, but I do like an MENT ending. All right, let's do one more down. Relaxed, nice, moral, person working in gallery. I think it's going to be an anagram of nice, moral. Now, is it a person working in an art gallery or a shooting gallery? What other kinds of galleries are there? Yeah, I'm not seeing any nice small words within nice, moral, mice, rice, core, more. No. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Where deer might have roamed, according to an old English geologist. Oh dear, do we need the name of an old English geologist? I don't know any. But I'm wondering if according to might be per. Perimeter? No, where deer might have roamed. Permafrost? Perma-ice? I don't know. All right, drawing to side. I think it's a word for drawing, and then is it also going to mean side? Or to the, oh, maybe it's to, towing. Oh yeah, because we have the T, so I'm thinking to the wing would be to side, and that would be towing. All right, British Channel, rower ignored, fellow US poet. Is it going to be a poet? Maybe even a US poet in 8 letters? British could be B. Yeah, I was going to say the English channel is La Manche, I think in French, but it specifically says British channel, not the English channel. So I think we're given British for a B. A channel. Could it be a row, brown, or something? Channel, rower ignored. So maybe a word for rower that has an F in it for fellow, and we ignore that. Oh, what are the positions in a row? I only know the cocks. I don't know any other names for a rower, I think. All right, hold exercises resulting in old complaint. Well, exercises can be PE, physical exercise, or PT, physical training. Resulting in, I wonder if it's a complaint that affects the elderly, old complaint. But no, I don't see that. Part of backward African country receiving nothing. Yeah, so do we take some African country, reverse it? What's throwing me is this all seems like wordplay. Part of something that is backward and it receives nothing, meaning we put an O inside it, but maybe receiving nothing is the definition. No. Perhaps Swiss roll a pure one. No. All right, let's finish the acrosses. Impress leaders of health clubs, training ensemble after retirement. Ooh, yeah, so leaders of, I think, is like the originally clue. We take the first letters of health club's training ensemble, but then we have to retire them or put them backwards, and you get etch, which I suppose is one form of an impression. All right, cowboys managed goodbyes, ignoring expletives and insults at first. All right, I think it's going to mean cowboys. Now, could managed goodbyes be anagramming goodbyes? But we have to ignore expletives. Insults at first is the letter I think. Caballeros are, oh, I'm not sure what. I don't think it's the Dallas Cowboys. All right, let's go back to the Downs, old city. Well, we often get UR. Enthralled by king's meal. Tongue. So tongue, of course, could be a language. So maybe it is a specific language ending in H. What is king's meal? Could be R or K plus lunch. No, then we don't have enough letters left over for the old city. Yeah, what other short word for meal could we have? Oh, meal I think can also be a grain of some kind, maybe. Oats or chaff, maybe? No. Yeah, I suppose it's, a dish. Oh, I do like dish. Ah, yes. So king is K. There's the ancient city, the old city, and there's the meal is a dish, and the tongue is Kurdish. All right, I got that purely by thinking of the ISH ending for language and then thinking of dish. All right, horse, for example, going around working prison. I think it's going to be a prison, which gives me flashbacks to yesterday's. And so maybe the definition, yeah, no, so, yeah, so the definition would be a prison. Horse, for example, is that just simply an animal? I think going around working might be going around on, O-N. Oh, and also, for example, we might have to literally put in, yes, I think, so actually it's not one word going around another. It's the horse is a dun, and it's just, you have to, as you do these cryptic crosswords, you have to learn these short synonyms that a horse could be gray or it could be a dun. And then, for example, is EG, which that goes around, is turned to be GE and then ON, and that gives us a dungeon. All right, show how his performance gets a sigh. Yeah, let's see. With the W, I'm wondering if the definition could be show, and it might be a Broadway show, a television show. How his, maybe there's a performance of that, an anagram of it. But then I don't, that would only give us one letter for, well, it could be gets A, and then that means a sigh, but then what's show doing? No, I don't get it. Stomach, upset, right. Well, right can be R, so maybe it's a four-letter word for upset and an R, and it means stomach. The question mark, though, is telling me the compiler kite is taking some liberties here. Yeah, I don't get it. Place votes for shows. Place votes. No, I don't get that. All right, we've been through everything once. Started out all right, but slim pickings since then. Picnics, maybe. In empty gardens. Yeah, I'm just still trying to make outdoor work, but that means this one would begin with an O. Oh, did I have that N before? I don't think so. So let's try non-risk. Oh, skating rink, something rink, rink-a-dink. I'm looking up at the circle of letters as well as down in the boxes. I wonder if it could be a non-skier, one avoiding a slide. Yeah, that, just looking up here, we have, it does seem a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a cheat that the anagram starts with NON and the answer starts with NON. Anyway, I think that might be it. Oh, I do wonder. I think picnics might be outings. If something is forbidden, it is out. In is in, and then empty gardens is the GS that I wanted. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, so that gives us an S, point at which layabout without name becomes rogue. I have no idea what that means. I think it's one where you have to get the answer for it to make sense. But that is very cryptic. All right, we have a K now in noticed, but left, bent cans. Yeah, maybe it's noticed is the definition. That would put probably KED. Spindles or something. Swindled. Oh, layabout without name. Well, name can be the letter N, and without can mean on the outside of. So maybe there is a word for a layabout goes around an N. Yeah, but I'm still not getting it. Let's get rid of that. It's not really helping me. And that crustacean still begins with I. I don't really know my crustaceans. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it could be IS for is, and then old, and then a three-letter shell nut. Isonut, is that a crustacean? No. All right, here was my lack of control. Lack of control. Run into toilet and appear briefly. Cool. No. This one I thought might be something Rick. All right, we're nearly at the 30-minute mark, so I hate to do it this early, but it is Friday, so I'm going to go and look at wordplays.com to see if there are any 6-letter words ending in Rick that might be. Of course, duck can be 0. Yeah, there is the question mark, makes me wonder if it's really a duck. Duck, go. Let me look it up. All right, I'm glad I did go because I would not have thought of this meaning for duck. And I think the question mark is there because it's commonly known as duck cloth. which is a coarse fabric, and great is therefore fab. Price essentially of the inner letters, and that's how we get that. Ooh, all right. So I think it is. Of course, a goddess might be one of the muses, and amusement could be laughter. All right, that fabric came in very helpfully. Now, where deer might have roamed. Oh, something land, according to an old English geology. Oh, I'm thinking buck land. Was that the name of an old English geologist? But a deer would be a buck. Let me look that up. Yes, there was a William Buckland, 1784 to 1856, English theologian, also a geologist and paleontologist. So that's a new bit of information to me. All right, I'm going to try. Well, let me just. I think I'm going to pause and just see if I can, in my head, work out the first word of this anagram of nice moral. For somebody in a gallery, it would have to be CL or CR. Cram, clam, clan. Oh, coal. Ooh, could it be a coal miner? I think maybe a gallery is a term for, I don't know, some passageway in a coal mine, but I think that's, I think that's it. All right, I didn't have to pause after all. All right, 21, our British Channel rower. Oh, there was a poet, John Berryman, I think. Oh, and I think the channel rower is the ferryman who ignores the F for ferry. Don't pay the ferryman, Krista Berg. So I think that's it. I'm not sure how well known John Berryman is, but I have come across the name. All right, oh, let's finish the bottom left. Part of backward country receiving nothing. Yeah, I'm thinking of Benin, which can get a G to be benign, but that doesn't help me. Oh, could it be Niger? I think it is Niger receiving nothing. And I think part of is the definition, which is, yeah, I think you have to read the whole clue to sort of have the context of, well, part of a country might be a region. Well, of course, region can apply to many things, but part of, that's, yeah, I think quite vague. All right, the left-hand side is looking good, but the right-hand side is a desert. All right, where do I have the best chance? So here, not Wranglers, they need a W, but managed goodbyes, ignoring expletives and insults at first. Oh, rancheros, maybe? Could be cowboys. Oh, I think the goodbyes. Oh, managed is ran. Oh my goodness. Yeah, again, I've said this many times before. The hardest part is breaking up words, but managed is ran. I think goodbyes are Cheerios, and you have to ignore the first letter of both expletives and insults. to be left with just CHEROS. All right. Our stomach upset now. Oh, so I was thinking we were going to end in R for right. Could it be an anagram of right? Oh, girth. Ah, of course. Your stomach might be your girth if you upset the word right. All right. Yeah, I was trying to make gout work somehow. Hold. Could that be get? And then something. No, what other old complex? Oh, it could be an archaic um, ailment like dropsy or something like that that we don't talk about anymore. Um, yes. So I was thinking of gripe, but with one P. But maybe there is a form or a separate thing with two P's because I think hold is grip and exercise is RPE. Let me pause and look up grip and save you the trouble. Yes, grip is an old name for influenza coming from the French. La grippe, I presume it would be pronounced. All right, place. Oh, can place be simply P or oh maybe PL from writing an address on an envelope, and then votes could be I's. Ah, yes. So if it's PL and then the I's have it, you get plays, which are shows. All right. Now perhaps Swiss. I'm trying to read it that way because even though Swiss roll goes so well together, and I would love a bit of a gâteau Swiss roll right now, but a pure one, perhaps Swiss. Oh, maybe European simply. Roll. Oh, it's you roll our anagram a pure one. Yeah, I was getting a little confused on was it a hidden clue, but of course it's not. It's an anagram. All right, so this must be a sigh, must be a whimper. How is this working? Show how his performance. Oh no, it's a whisper. Sorry, it's a hidden clue, I think. Because right in how his performance we have whisper. Um, show. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the a typical hidden clue indicator there, but I think it must be that. We'll find out when I click check all. All right. Um, Let me pause and think about this one. I think it might be swindler. I looked up synonyms for a layabout and I saw idler. So I think I think the point is southwest, SW, and then the idler does go around or without N for name. All right, so that does give me an ED ending, I think, for 6 down. Noticed, but left. Bent cans. Yeah, I'm wondering if we sometimes see clues where the phrasing is such like something another word surrounds. And here cans might be surrounds. Left is put inside a word for bent. So there would be an L in there somewhere. I don't think it's going to be, excuse me, OL. So I think it's probably going to be an L there. And it's going to mean noticed. Yeah, let me pause and think about that. Yeah, there is the word clocked. I clocked him, or a traffic policeman might clock you at so many miles an hour, but I think clocking can just be seeing somebody. So bent, then I think, oh yeah, like a dog would cock his leg, bend his leg. So I think that's how we read that. And it has taken me a long time to get to the point where I can sometimes, maybe 10% of the chance, realize left bent cans means a word for bent, cans or surround something for left. Very tricky. All right, so now our actor, oh, maybe actor lady occasionally is, yeah, I didn't think, yes, we have to take every other letter out of actor lady and we get cold. So if somebody is aloof, oh, that's one I should have understood on the first pass, I think. I just, for some reason, had it in my head to read it the other way around. All right, lack of control now. Run into toilet. Well, that could be our loo and appear briefly cool. Oh, lack of control could be loose something, loose screw or loose run into toilets and appear briefly cool. No. Funnily enough, this ISO is looking good. All right, I'm going to go to wordplays and look up 6-letter words other than isobar that might begin with ISO. All right, apparently there's something called an isopod, which is a 14-legged crustacean, which is far too many. They don't need that much. Anyway, shell must be a pod. All right, just the one left. Yeah, it is looking like loose. Loose. So, run into toilet. But where do we put the, yeah, so it must not be R. Going into the toilet. And then appear briefly cool. No, I think I'm going to have to look at word plays again for this one. It's a phrase I'm sure I've come across it many years ago in my reading, a loose rein. So then how is the run into toilet and appear briefly cool? Yeah, I don't follow the wordplay here, so we'll have to go to 15 squared for that. All right, I'll check all. Everything is still there. All right, let's head over to 15 squared and check that out. All right, the blog today is by Peter O. He had trouble with the lower half, whereas for me it was a left and right situation. And then Buckland and Berryman, yeah, tricky names there. All right, one across was champignon, mushrooms from the French, minus the GN. Good new cut mushrooms, yeah. The phrasing there too isn't, I think, precise. They're cut from mushrooms, but of course you can't say that. Anyway, I think I understood the other crosses. Ooh, Buckland might be a triple. Various places called Buckland. And then William Buckland, yeah. And there's John Berryman. And grip is an old word for the flu. Yeah, and so part is region. Yeah, got that. All right, the downs, 7 down, loose rain. Run in lieu plus seam minus its last letter. Appear, so appear briefly is seem briefly, and cool is in. All right. Let's see. 20 then. Whisper. Oh, why did I write down 20? Oh, I think because I thought it was whimper. So yeah, I think I'm fine with that. I think I got all these other ones. Let's see what the comment section says. Oh, isopods. Here's more information than you really need about them. Kurdish was held by the chestnutty old city. Yeah, definitely that is, I think, maybe one that was beloved in the old days and still shows up today. All right, well, not much more else to say about that one. I did enjoy it. I thought it was very fair. Anyway, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.